welcome to everybody who normally does not catch my lives. My name is Tia. I am the host of Talks with Tia and the creator of Tea with Tia. And I have another special guest tonight. I will let her introduce herself.
I am Janelle Sy'mone, singer, actor, poet, writer, but I sing. That's my baby. That's what I do.
Okay, so wait, singing, acting, and you write.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I didn't know you did any acting.
Oh yeah, I did a play in Durham, 2019, for Central, and I'm actually doing a movie. I got casted in a movie that's out in Texas, and that starts shooting sometime next month. And the movie should come out sometime next year.
Congratulations! That's super good on that.
Yeah.
So, have you been back outside? You know, everybody, the doors is open. You outside?
Not yet, not yet. We're coming up with some stuff, with some shows to put out there. But oh, you mean performing, or you just mean been outside?
I've been out. I
never stopped going outside. That's the thing. I've been outside, honey. I'm hot.
Okay. Look, I'm about to say the doors are open. Everybody back out. The governor said we can take the mask off. So
did you get your vaccinations?
Hey, I'm fully vaccinated.
Did it hurt? Because I heard that people are having issues with the arm.
Oh, okay. The shot itself doesn't hurt, but afterwards, I felt like I was hit by a bus. I had to sleep with a heating pad. It hurt really bad the first night, but other than that, it was pretty good.
See, that's my fear though, because I haven't been fully vaccinated. Y'all don't come at me on this thing now because I haven't been fully vaccinated. All right, but
the CDC said
the CDC, right? But I know I have to, because what's happening now is they're not letting people perform. If you get booked for a show, like festivals and the fair. Thank you, love. They're not booking you unless you have been fully vaccinated. So I have to get mine. I just hope I don't die.
Listen, no, you're not gonna die. I did Pfizer. Don't do Johnson & Johnson. They've had too many issues.
I'm not.
The BT Awards said you cannot come to the awards unless you've been fully vaccinated. So,
and you will be there.
I'm trying to be there.
You will.
So, you ready for hot girl summer?
I'm ready for a warm girl. A warm girl winter. Not winter. A warm woman summer. That's what I meant to say. A warm.
Okay, warm woman summer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be out there like that. I'm gonna do a little some.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bring it back. Yeah, no clubs, but we got bars, we got hookah bars, we got lounges and live music. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, that's dope. Well, thank you for joining me tonight. Before I get started with my interviews, I like to kind of get to know you a little bit, lighten the mood. So we're going to do a quick little game of two truths and a lie.
Okay, let's go. I'm ready.
So, all right. So you're going to go first. I want you to tell me two truths and a lie, and I or the viewers will have to guess which one is not true.
Okay.
All right, so
okay. So I'm engaged. I just got engaged last month. I'm originally from Atlanta. And I won the 2019 Carolina Music Award.
I don't know. I'm gonna let them guess which one. They probably missed it, but I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say that you did not get engaged.
I didn't get engaged. That was the lie, girl. How you know I'm single? Terminally single.
Because I'm a woman, and I know for a fact, when something like that happens to us, we're definitely posting it.
You know what? True story. If I got engaged, I wouldn't post it. I would keep it to myself.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna try. Let's see if I can get y'all. What I say, two truths and a lie. I'm not really good at this game, obviously. Okay, so I am a Gemini. I was in 2 movies when I was younger, and I have broken 8 bones.
You're not a Gemini.
I am.
You are? You broken 8 bones?
Nope, never broken a bone.
You weren't in any movies? You know,
No, I was in movies, but I've never broken a bone.
Oh, you never broken the bone? Okay, that was a lie. Okay. I was like, you know, you look like you was in The
Yeah.
Preacher's Wife. You was in The Preacher's Wife?
No, girl, I don't even think I was old enough to be in it. When they came
They
out,
had
I was probably
kids.
like, say what?
They had kids, you know, the kids choir.
No, I was in Have an Hour Say and Carrie too. Yeah.
Did not know that. That's okay.
Yep. But this is about you. We about to get all into you right now.
Let's go.
So can you tell me, like, what have you been doing other than making music? Like, what have you been doing during quarantine to stay well? Like, what are some things that you've been doing?
I really, honestly, all I've been doing is making music. That's crazy. I don't think I've been doing anything else but making music.
You gotta take a break.
I know, but there's no breaks in the grand scheme of things. Like, I go hard on myself. Going out and drinking. I guess that's it. Meditating, trying to get my mind together with everything that's going on with the George Floyd situation and people getting shot and killed. I mean, you gotta unplug. So I say meditate. I go to Freedom Park a lot. I sit down on the grass, you know, very indie-ish, okay? I get my life together, but that's it. Outside of music, I really have been doing really nothing, honestly.
Okay. And last little icebreaker question. What is the most trouble you've ever been into?
Law. So, well, you said trouble. You ain't say danger.
Whatever you want to tell us.
Well, I was in danger at one point. I went on a date with a guy who was in Durham, and he had a gun. He came in with a gun. Now, obviously,
wow,
I've dated guys with guns before, right? But you normally wear your gun on your holster so people can see it. But he had his gun in his pocket. It was tucked away. He had his hand on the trigger. And that was a very scary date. I didn't know if I was going to make it home, but now he wanted to take me to the bottom. At the bottom of this museum, it opens at like 2:00 in the morning. So at the bottom, there's like a vault, and there's like really not any cameras or anything like that. But he wanted to take me down there. The internal intuition said, no, Janelle, don't go. So I didn't go. That was the longest elevator ride because they only had 3 floors. The first 2 floors with the elevator, and you had to take the stairs to go down to the basement. That was the longest elevator ride ever because he still had that gun in his hand. Y'all didn't know what was going to happen.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're here to tell about it. You're safe. Yes. All right. So we're going to get all into your music. But first, I want to know, what kind of music do you generally listen to personally?
So I generally listen to all kinds, but really neo-soul, jazz. I listen to a lot of pop nowadays. Like, I love Bruno Mars. I love Lizzo. I love Beyonce. Who don't love Beyonce? I love Janet Jackson. On the flip side, I love Anita Baker. I love Toni Braxton. So these are like all the people I go to in my playlist because I kind of miss real singing. Not saying the people who are out today don't sing, but I miss like when songs had a bridge and they had them notes. Like, that's that one note in the song. It's like, who's gonna hit that? Not me. I miss those.
That real music. Music. So I heard you mention Beyonce and a few others. So who were your musical influences growing up?
Growing up, it was Anita Baker, Shaka Khan. It was Toni Braxton. Who else? Joe. I love Joe. Joe has to be one of the greatest male vocalists on the face of the earth. Joe, Tank. Who else? TLC. Huge fan of TLC. Huge. Not anymore, but when I was younger, I was. TLC was my girl group. Yeah.
So now your sound makes a lot of sense to me. Based on now that based on who your influences are, you're kind of like old school. Because as I listened to all night, I played it over and over and over again today. So as I listened to it, I kind of heard a few songs. Well, not saying that you sampled any songs, but it put me in the mind of 2 songs. It was definitely giving me Michael Jackson's "Rock With You" mixed with a little bit of Beyonce's "Schooling Life."
Like, I didn't catch "Schooling Life" until like yesterday. When I turned on School, I'm like, dang. So this is what happened. You're right. "Rock With You" wasn't influenced because even the drums at the beginning, that was definitely influenced by "Rock With You," and then the bridge. So my producer loves Michael Jackson. I mean, he is a fan, like a huge fan. And so when he played the beat for me, right? Because he got my lyrics first. He got my voice first, and then he made the beat around that. And I was like, yo, I said, yo, we're gonna get in trouble. He's like, why you? Because it sounds too much like Robert, you. I guess I don't want to write to it. He's like, no. If we're not sampling anything, we're not stealing nothing because we're not using the exact notes, the exact chords. So just go ahead. What came up. And but yeah, I miss that music though. Rock With You, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, all of that. Like, that's crazy.
Super dope. All right, so I'm gonna let you introduce the song. So it's on you when you're ready.
This is my newest single, All Night, produced by JJ, producer JJ. And let's go.
All right, here we go.
I can hear. And I feel like I'm gonna do my little dance I was in the video.
Definitely giving me cookout. This is for the cookout. I love it. I love the laugh at the end. Like, I love it. That's definitely giving cookout vibes, old school, like dope, like super dope, super dope. So can you describe your sound? Because I'm hearing funk, soul, R&B. So how would you describe your sound?
So my sound is exactly what you said. It's funk, it's R&B, it's soul. I like to classify it as soul, pop soul, you know, because I still love doing pop music. I got a whole EP that I've never put out that was like, I call it Tropicana. It's like off-brand lemonade, and it's full of like slow R&B vibe music that people put out today. And I don't know, that music was so sad to me, yo, and I didn't want to do it. Like, when people love your music, then you get pigeonholed to doing that type of music for the rest of your career. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to go around being another deep, like deeper voice, louder voice, Summer Walker. Like, I didn't want to have those type of vibes. I wanted to perform and have fun. So I'm still going to release that EP, like probably like as a something for my love bugs. But yeah, my sound is like fun and exciting and all of that. So I love what we're producing. I love what we're having so far.
So when did you realize that you had a gift for music? Like, when did you realize that you had like that talent, you know, you wanted to do music?
Well, this is like, what, 4 years old, you know. I didn't know what it was. I was mumbling. I didn't think it was music. I didn't think I had a voice. And as I got older, like, I got some attention, but not a lot. There was people in my class and in my school that could sing, and people would just turn around like, oh my God. And they didn't do that for me. So I didn't think that I was any good. It wasn't until I got a divorce that I started taking it seriously, because I just needed an outlet. Like, I wanted to cuss, fuss, break stuff. I wanted to do all of that. And I did that through my music. And then I started getting attention. I started getting bookings. I started getting people interested in me. And it's just grown since then, because even my voice don't sound the same as it did a couple of years back. So that's crazy.
So can you tell us the story behind the song and how you came up with the lyrics and the sound? Because the sound is very unique. And then, like you said, like we both said, we heard some similarities with some of the greats. But like, how did you, like, what was the inspiration that came behind this song? Like, what was the aha moment? Like, how did you come up with this?
I came up with it. I was actually, this song has been recorded basically since last year. So I was at home one day, and I was just thinking, you know that I love you. I was like, and I kept doing it. You know, I ain't had no words yet. I just kept saying, so and so what I do normally is I just take the end of what I'm saying and I find a word that rhymes with it, and then that lets me know what the next phrase will be. So I was just like, you know, and I ended up calling at the time my friend, we're not friends anymore. I called him and was like, listen to this, and I just did the melody, and then I started putting words to it. Yeah, and I started putting words to it, and then next thing I know, how we normally write songs is this way. I'll sing a verse, one, and then I'll sing a hook. I did it on my voice recorder on my iPhone, and I sent it to Jeremy. Now, Jeremy works a little bit slowly than most producers, so it took him about like a month. He sent me back what we like to call the sticks. It's just the bare bones instrumental. And I was like, yo, this sounds really, really good. And I was like, it would sound even better if we have a talk box on it. He said, well, guess what? You know the guy who did the 24 Karat Magic intro for Bruno Mars. I said, yo, that would be so dope. I wish. He was like, I actually can make it happen. I said, really? He can get on the song? Like, yes. And so that was again months ago. Mr. Talkbox did get on the song. He recorded his part about like what, three months ago.
So that's that little robot-ish sound.
Yep, that's Mr. Talkbox.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
so the same
dope.
Guy who did Bruno Mars intro is the same guy on this song. And so I was very nervous because, I mean, this guy has worked with some big names. Like, you know, he has opened up for Bruno Mars. He has toured and all this kind of stuff. So I'm thinking to myself, like, is he really going to like this song? I didn't know. He sent it back. He said it was dope. And just recently, since the video has been out, he just started following me. And he said, look, you blazed this. Congratulations. And I said, yo, I just fainted.
Like, we're about to talk about the video. I wish I could show it. But everybody, make sure at the end of this live, you definitely go to YouTube. Look for it all night. Janelle Sy'mone, it is so dope. Like, I love it. I'm loving the boat. Like, it was giving. And then the black and white. The black and white is what really just takes it for me. Like, I typically don't even like black and white. So, like, when Beyonce did Single Ladies, I was like, oh, this is actually very classic. So that look, everything was just perfect. So how fun was it shooting the video? Because I did catch some of your behind the scenes. So can you kind of just give us a little bit of how that was shooting the video?
It was hectic. So they learned the choreography the night before. Like, we had rehearsal at 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. And mind you, they don't live in Durham. We shot the video in Raleighwood. They live in Greensboro. So they had to turn around and drive right back. We were up since 4 o'clock that morning. They had been rehearsing. I had been getting dressed, you know, get my hair all done up and makeup done. And dancing in those hills with no platforms was the hardest thing. So let me put it like this. Normally a typical shoot takes 8 hours. Got You took 8 hours to shoot, right? We have craft services. We are able to eat, take breaks. But because we were shooting at Raleighwood and it's $100 per hour, we just did a 4-hour block. So that's $400, okay? Yeah. Kind of break it down to you guys, all right? So we have to work very quickly with lighting and everything. Partially why I wanted it black and white. So we get there, and this is one of the most movement videos I've ever done. Got You, I danced, but this was like a lot of movement. By the end of it, my calves were burning, my thighs were burning. I was shaking. I was like visibly shaking. I was hungry. My blood sugar had dropped. I almost fainted. It was a lot, but I'm so proud because I think to date it's one of the best videos that I've ever, I've ever done. Like, that to me is my favorite video thus far.
It's amazing. And I saw that you mentioned that you felt like you had to throw up. So was that because of the nerves, or was it because you haven't eaten? Like, what was that like? What were you feeling?
I didn't eat. And I'm thinking, like, it's only 4 hours. And what I forgot was, I thought 4 hours would move very quickly. But in the video world, it goes by slowly, especially when there wasn't a lot of moving compartments. It was just, components. It was just me and the 2 dancers. So it wasn't like we had a scene where we was driving down the street, flipping our hair. It was just that. So we had to redo the same thing over and over and over and over again. So he had enough material to work with. And we cut the video, like what you guys are saying now in the video, that is our 4th cut. So, you know, he sent me 4 different versions of that video, and that's the one that we went with.
Wow. And we're back. You know, we had a little commercial break.
Little commercial break, you guys. Little commercial break.
So, was talking about working hard. So how often do you practice?
So when it came to, I'm not a dancer. When it comes to dancing, the first video we did, I did 4 rehearsals. 2 was just me and the choreographer, Romel. He's dope.
Romel Harris?
Yes, I love Romel. Everybody
Romel.
love Ro. It's in his namesake, right?
He's amazing. Shout out to Romel.
he's amazing, amazing artist, amazing choreographer, amazing in the way he teaches and he breaks it down. It's just so thorough.
He used
But
to teach my students.
I love it. I love him. And so he did 2 rehearsals one-on-one, and then we did the last 2 or the next 2 with the girls. With this one, it really was just 1 4-hour rehearsal, and that was it. So as far as dancing, I don't practice a lot unless I have a project coming out that incorporates dance. But as far as music goes, as far as singing, that's an everyday thing. I mean, I literally have to sing every day, run my scales, make sure I keep my range, because my voice is heavier. You know, I can go deep and I can go high, you know, so I got to keep that range in there.
Okay. You know, I was going to ask you to hit a raw note for us. See what you want to hit for us. me. It's up to you, though. Like,
you wanted me to sing on this thing?
Listen, I'm known for putting people on the spot now.
I see.
I'll put you right on the spot.
I see.
It's up to you. You don't have to.
I'm so hoarse. And I know people get tired of like, girl, you sing for a living. Come on now.
I know it's okay. You hoarse. I don't want you to do that. But do you sing in the shower?
I do. It got the best acoustic.
Listen, you can't tell me I'm not Beyonce in the shower, cause everything sounds good. It'll make anybody who can't sing sound good in the shower. So, what's the best advice you've ever received?
I say this all the time. This is my go-to. It's my go-to phrase. Be mindful of who you let sit at your table. I say it all the time. That's like my go-to. Be mindful of who you let sit at your table. Everybody's not right, you know. And when you sit, and of course, you know, Tia. I mean, you got this amazing brand going for you. And I know that when you first started, people probably didn't see it for you. Some people doubted you. Some people said you weren't, girl, if you don't go work this call center job or use your degree. And he was like, maybe your degree is communication. I don't know. But you said, I'm going to do tea with Tia and I'm going to kill it. And then next thing you know, BT calls you or you're interviewing Ricky Smiley. And then you start realizing that everybody at your table ain't good, ain't great. And you have to remove some of those so you can continue going on the path that you're going. Because pretty soon you're going to be on the red carpet or hosting a red carpet or hosting a BT. It can get as big as you want it to get. And
Absolutely.
So take everybody with you.
That's some great advice. And both of those things actually have happened. You know, I did get a chance to talk to Ricky Smiley, and I have done some things with BET. So yeah, that's some great advice. That's some real great advice. So what is your creative process like? Like, where do you pull your inspiration from typically?
I pull my inspiration from really because I consider myself an entertainer, and I didn't used to, you know, because I always thought entertainers couldn't sing. Like not saying couldn't sing, because you know Janet Jackson, Sierra, they cannot not sing. They can sing, but they can't sing. You know,
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I don't want to be an entertainer. But then I thought about how hard it is to be an entertainer and how we don't have a lot of female entertainers nowadays. Like they're still looking for somebody to do the Super Bowl, because that's how, like, when you say who's going to perform at the next Super Bowl, you can't rattle off a list of amazing entertainers at this point. It's just a handful. But I pull my inspiration from the great entertainers like Tina Turner, Beyonce, obviously, Janet Jackson, obviously, Lizzo, and then also pull from like the old soul, like Anita Baker. Again, I love her. Her voice is amazing. I'm like she has one of my favorite voices in the world. Like you just can't beat her voice. Her depth, her range is amazing. Like it's Anita Baker. And she can blow to this day. Like,
yes,
people up under
the it's very interesting to hear you say Lizzo. Not saying anything is wrong with that, but you don't typically hear her in conversations as far as like, you know, people looking up to her and inspiration. So I think that's really dope. I like Lizzo. She's very carefree too.
She is. I pick her because she did something different. She came out, you know, I don't think she's not a runner. She's not Jasmine Sullivan. And Jasmine Sullivan's also an influence as well. But she's not Jasmine Sullivan, right, as far as vocally. But what she is she's a powerhouse. And she makes music for fun. it always makes me feel some type of way that artists are now, once you make it, you can just make music for fun. Like Beyonce don't care. Beyonce be making music in the studio. She be saying
7-Eleven. That was for fun.
Right. That was just for fun. But you have artists like myself who are trying to make it, and it takes me a year to make music because I'm always like, okay, that doesn't sound right. I don't like that. And I can't stand to hear my music back. Like I cringe hearing myself back. You know, so
you're your biggest critic. Yeah. So, have you been doing any performances?
Not yet. So what I wanted to do is I want to wait. I've been asked to do a few performances, a few appearances, but I really want to wait to this concert that I can't say anything about, or my media manager's gonna kill me. I want it to be like a big thing because this whole year, the last 4 months, all I've been doing is putting out videos. So it's just garnering the attention of people like yourself, you like Got You, like other people who like Prove It To Me or All Night, just been garnering those attention so that way I can solidify my fan base. Because once we start doing these concerts, like I'm hoping to travel, because I was traveling before and then COVID happened and then we stopped. But I was doing cover. So now this is me doing original music.
And so my music intern actually found you. And I didn't even know that Kel was working with you. Like I had knew he was working with an artist, but I didn't know that it was you. So when my music intern found you and she brought me the music and we featured you on our website and page, I was like, oh, she's really dope. So then when I looked at your page, I put 2 and 2 together. So it was definitely like genuine love and support. So you're definitely dope. And I see you going far. So that's really dope. And I'm ready to see you perform now. Do you think you'll have stage fright?
Oh no, girl. Let me tell you something. I am at worst. I'm my worst in the studio because I am like, oh my God, this is a studio. Everything's so under a microscope. Girl, on stage, girl.
You gonna be Janelle Fierce?
Girl, let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody said, and I mean this to the death of it. I'm sorry, I don't like being conceited like this. Ain't nobody messing with me on stage. On stage, I am a whole different beast, and it's because that connection to the people, the live band. I always perform with a live band and background singers. I'm a whole
live band.
I'm a whole mood. No, it ain't no DJ. No, it's a live band.
Yeah, and I think that sets performers apart, and like that's why I really love seeing Beyonce perform, because she used musicians, and I think that just takes your performance to another level. So I'm gonna be looking out for you. So let me know when you perform, and I'll definitely pull up on your first performance.
Absolutely.
So let me know.
You're gonna get something in your inbox actually. So when it happens, you're gonna be there. Trust.
So how do you feel the internet has impacted the music business?
Greatly. Beforehand, you would have to go through a record company, do the distribution, to do the promotion, the marketing. Now everything's at the touch of a button. You go through TuneCore, CD Baby, all these online distributors. Social media, back in the 90s, it wasn't Instagram and Facebook. It was Word Up, Teen Vogue. It was these magazines, right, that we were only able to get in touch with our artists. I remember thinking to myself, like, when we grew up, artists were mysterious. We didn't know a lot of information about it. We just knew their music. You had to go through their music. Them. Now they got reality TV shows, which Beyonce will never do. You got right. It will break the TV. You got all these different platforms that artists can use to engage with their fan base. So I think that is amazing. If you use it right, you can brand yourself. Thanks, babe. If you use it right, you can brand yourself amazingly. And if you use it wrong, you can be a slave to this Instagram game, because we are here for the clicks and the shares and the follows. And sometimes you think about that and like, wait a minute, I'm not good if I don't get 1 million follows or 1 million views or whatever. And that's not necessarily true. Some of our best artists are underground and they got like 12 followers. I'm just saying.
Absolutely. So do you think TikTok has changed the game with helping break records?
Absolutely. TikTok has actually broke artists. They've broken in artists. And not necessarily saying the music is good. That sounds like a hater. And I'm not hating, I'm just saying, like, the name of the game now is if you write something catchy and that people can dance to, it is almost guaranteed to be a hit. If it catch up on TikTok, TikTok is now the new record label. TikTok is now the new age. It's the influencers.
They are breaking records.
Yeah, it's people like you. And I think Toby, I don't know if you know Toby in Wingway. I think I said his name right. He coupled with, I think, Scott to make the business breaker, where they're taking artists like myself and they're using your music and sending it over to influencers, beauty influencers, dance influencers, all these people to then breaking your records.
Wow. So will you be creating a TikTok challenge for any of your songs?
I will. So I didn't know if I wanted to bring out this song first, All Night, or if it's a song called Good Girl. Good Girl is more TikTok-ish because it's fierce. It's almost like the savage stuff, you know. I'm a good girl. I'm a bad, got a good heart, but I'm savage. And I want to couple that with that whole transformation thing that they do on TikTok, where you're looking ugly or not yourself.
Yeah.
Boom, you just explode this supermodel on the runway. But I was like, yo, it's the summer. So All Night is summer, and I wanted to have that peak. But I will, because we do have choreo in both the videos. So I would like to see people vogue. I would like to see people do the dance on Got You. So yeah, we have some stuff coming out.
That's dope. So if you could change one thing about the industry, what would it be?
The search for talent. Right now, it's not talented or not. It's about who's marketable, based on body, your waist to ass ratio. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think anything is wrong with the R&B sector, because they are at least picking people who can at least sing. Like, I love Giveon. I think Summer Walker has a beautiful voice. I think, I do think that SZA's doing great, doing great. But I hate the fact that they're trying to make everybody sound the same. These types of voices in R&B. I think the only person who was probably different is Jasmine Sullivan and her. And they ironically sound alike just a little bit. But everybody else sound like, I can't tell the difference between SZA, Kalani, and some when I hear their voices. Wow. But back in our day, you knew the difference between Whitney Houston and Toni Braxton and Faith Evans. And I'm a 90s baby. I keep saying back in our day, we old. But
back in our day.
Right. I wish they would add more diversity, and I wish that they really went off the talent. I think Rhapsody is one of the most talented female rappers that I've heard.